Hey everyone, it's Joel from Geek Studios, and this is your mini charge episode for Sunday, January 18th, 2026. Tesla may have just found a clever way to extend the life of its older full self-driving hardware, and it doesn't involve swapping chips for now. A newly published Tesla patent suggests the company has figured out how to run higher precision AI models on existing hardware, including Hardware 3 and Hardware 4, using software level techniques instead of new silicon. And if that sounds important, it is. Because millions of Teslas on the road today are running Hardware 3, and the big question has been, will they ever get a real full self-driving, or are they already obsolete? Today, we're breaking down what this patent actually says, what it does and does not mean, and whether this is the real hope for Hardware 3 owners, or just clever legal paperwork. Let's dive in. So to understand why this matters, we need to rewind a bit. Tesla introduced Hardware 3, also known as the FSD computer, back in 2019. This was Tesla's first fully in-house self-driving chip, designed specifically to run neural networks for vision-based autonomy. At the time, Elon Musk said it would be powerful enough for full self-driving. Now fast forward to today, and Tesla is now shipping cars with Hardware 4, which has more processing power, more memory, and higher resolution camera inputs. In terms, Hardware 4 is significantly more capable than Hardware 3. The gap has become increasingly obvious as Tesla's FSD software has grown more complex. Newer versions use larger neural networks, more video inputs, and more advanced decision-making logic. And Tesla has quietly acknowledged this gap. Elon Musk has publicly stated that Hardware 3 may not be sufficient for unsupervised full self-driving, and that some customers who purchased FSD may eventually need hardware upgrades. And that's where the concern comes from and why this patent matters. So what exactly did Tesla publish? A newly surfaced Tesla patent describes techniques that allowed higher precision AI interface to run on existing hardware, rather than requiring a new chip with more raw compute. In plain English, Tesla is looking at ways to make advanced AI models run more efficiently on hardware that would normally struggle with them. Now, this is a big deal because modern AI models just don't get better. They get bigger, with more parameters, more math, and more compute. The patent focuses on software-level optimizations, which could include dynamic precision scaling, adaptive model execution, selectively applying higher precision only where it matters, and reducing computational load without losing meaningful accuracy. That's a lot of technical jargon. These are techniques already used in the broader AI industry, especially in edge computing, where powerful models need to run on limited hardware. Tesla's innovation here isn't inventing AI efficiency. It's applying it specifically to in-car autonomy hardware like Hardware 3 and possibly someday Hardware 4. Important reminder, though, and this is very important, a patent is not a product announcement. Companies file patent all the time to protect ideas they may never ship. Still, the fact that Tesla is actively thinking about this problem and filing patents around it tells us something important. Now, the big question. Does this mean Hardware 3 Teslas will suddenly get full, unsupervised self-driving? Short answer, probably not. Long answer, this patent could allow Tesla to extend meaningful FSD updates to Hardware 3, reduce the performance gap between Hardware 3 and Hardware 4, and deliver good enough autonomy features without new hardware. We all kind of know Tesla does not want to replace the hardware in these older Teslas with hardware 4. But Tesla has already signaled that hardware 3 will likely receive scaled-down versions of future FSD releases. There are reports suggesting Tesla is working on something like FSD version 14 Lite, specifically for hardware 3, optimized to fit within its hardware limits. And that fits perfectly with this patent. Instead of abandoning hardware 3 entirely, Tesla may keep hardware 3 viable for supervised FSD, maintain feature parity where possible, and reserve the most advanced autonomy features for hardware 4 in future hardware models. This also gives Tesla flexibility. If the patent techniques work well, Tesla can delay, which we know they probably want to do, expensive hardware upgrade programs. If they don't, Tesla can still fall back on replacing hardware 3 computers for customers who bought FSD, something Tesla has already hinted may happen. So this isn't Tesla saving hardware 3 forever. It's Tesla buying some time. So let's zoom out. This patent reflects a much broader trend. The entire AI industry is shifting toward smarter models, not just bigger ones, software efficiency over brute force hardware, and making AI work on existing devices instead of replacing them, which of course helps them keep costs down. Tesla is playing the same game, but at highway speeds in traffic with real-world consequences. This patent suggests Tesla is trying to stretch every ounce of value out of hardware 3 while preparing for future hardware generations that eventually will take over. It also explains why Tesla continues to emphasize that autonomy is a software problem first, even as hardware limits become harder to ignore. Tesla's new patent doesn't magically unlock the latest full self-driving on older cars, but it does show Tesla is actively working to extend the life of hardware 3 through smarter software, not just newer chips. For hardware 3 owners, this is cautious optimism. For Tesla, it's a strategic move. And for the EV industry, it's another reminder that software efficiency may matter just as much as raw hardware power. All right, that is your mini charge episode for today. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other audio podcast platform, tap that follow button and leave us a quick rating and comment. It really helps the show grow. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay charged and stay geeky.